Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to model a centering bearing in SolidWorks step by step. If you are into 3D modeling and want to learn SolidWorks techniques, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Share it with friends who could use some SolidWorks tips too. Now let's jump into the process of creating the centering bearing. Before starting the modeling process, it's important to carefully analyze the sketch of centering bearing. This will help us understand the key features and dimensions that we will need to model. The first step is to create the base sketch using sketch entities. Later, we will use the Revolve Boss base features to generate the main profile. So in our case, this part will be our base sketch. So understanding the basic geometry help us set the foundation for the part. So we are sketching the profile for Revolve Boss base. This will include line, arc, fillet and key dimensions from the technical drawing. To begin, let's open a new part in SolidWorks and create a sketch on top plane. So for that, we click on File, New File. We are doing part modeling, therefore click Part and OK. Now draw a horizontal center line for the base of the sketch. So for that, we use center line tool on top plane. So this will be later our axis of rotation or axis of revolution. Set the length of this line to 102 mm. For that, we click Smart Dimension, length of 102 mm. Now we sketch these two vertical lines. So for that, we also use line tool. So use line tool. So make sure this point and this point should be vertical. Click OK. Next, we will draw three horizontal lines. So one horizontal line is this one, second one is this one, and third one is from the bottom here. So for that, we use again line tool. So the first one is this one, second one is here, and the third one is here. And here we can figure out that this profile is taken out from this profile. Now let's add the dimensions as per the technical drawings. So dimension of this horizontal line is 11 mm given. So for that, we click Smart Dimensions. So this line length is 11 mm and distance between bottom of the horizontal line and center line is, so we can figure out from here, the diameter of the inner circle is 60 mm given. That means the radius should be 30 mm and the length between these two horizontal lines should be 30 mm. So enter 30 mm. And from this profile, we can figure out that distance between outer horizontal line is 76 mm. That means distance between center line and outer horizontal line should be 76 divided to 38 mm, like this. And the distance between this horizontal line and center line is, we can figure out from here. The diameter of the outer circle is 126 mm given. That means radius should be 120 divided by 2. So 126 divided by 2 is 63 mm. And make sure, so now we added dimension only to this part here. You can also see. Click OK. Make sure that these 2 points should be vertical. And here we can see the distance between this point and this point is 80 mm given. So we add dimensions also here. So distance between this point and this point is 80 mm given. So now we are going to sketch this profile. So first we sketch this vertical line. So for that we again use line tool. So we do one vertical line, and here we can see one arc here. So for that we use 3-point arc. So like this. So from this sketch we can figure out that the distance between this point and center line will be 25 mm. So this is 50 mm diameter, the radius should be 25 mm, and distance between this point and center line will be 19 mm. So distance between these two will be 19 mm. Click OK. We add one more dimension. So for that again click Smart Dimension. Distance between this point and this point, the length is, we can see here, 84 mm given. So we put 84 mm. Click OK. And now we sketch this horizontal line from this point. For that we again use line tool. So one horizontal line, click select, and we can see here the distance between this point here and this point is 95 mm given. So we enter dimension here. So distance between this point and this point is 95 mm given. Click OK. Now we draw one more vertical line here and one more horizontal line here using line tool. So here we draw one vertical line and one horizontal line. So let's add dimension. So we can see diameter of this circle is 25 mm given. That means radius should be 12.5 and distance between axis of rotation and this horizontal line should be 12.5. Next we draw upper part of this profile using 3-point arc. So arc radius we can read from here. So this arc is 12 mm given, and connecting with this arc, the second arc is 8 mm given, and the third arc, this arc is 5 mm given. So using 3-point arc we make this upper profile. So for that we click on 3-point arc. So the first arc should be 12 mm. So from here you can also add dimension 12 mm. The second arc is 8 mm. So we enter dimension here 8 mm and click OK. So we forgot to add one vertical line here. So let's add first vertical line, then we will draw third arc. So here we will one vertical line. And now we sketch our third arc with radius 5. So we enter our dimension here 5. Click OK. And this point and this line should be vertical. So this point and this, no, not this one, this point and this point should be vertical. Click OK. Here we can see the diameter of this point arc is 48 mm given. That means distance between this point and center line will be 24 mm. Click OK. And let's arrange this figure for better look. So like this. As shown in the sketch here, we add 3 here we can do 3 mm fillet radius on these 2 corners. So for that we select fillet. So between these 2 lines and these 2 lines the fillet radius is 3 mm. Click OK. So here this radius 3 mm is not clearly visible, and this radius is also not clearly visible. Therefore I am ignoring these 2 radius from this profile. Now that we have finished the sketch, it's fully constrained with dimensions, we are ready to move on to the next step. With our sketch complete, let's now apply the Revolve Boss feature to turn this profile into solid 3D part. For that, so first select OK. For that, go to features. Here you can see Revolve Boss or base. Click Revolve Boss base. Here our axis of rotation revolution is this center line that we draw at the beginning. Okay, then select OK. So this is our solid 3D part. You can see here. But in the technical drawing we can see this part is not given. So we revolve our sketch on 360 degree, but here we can see the sketch is revolved only on 270 degree. So here we enter 270 degree angle this space. Click OK. The 3D model is now formed and ready for further features like walls and chamfer. Now select chamfer tool and apply to this arc. So for that, here we can see fillet. Click on down arrow here. Click on chamfer, and we have to add chamfer on this arc. So the dimension we can read from here. So this is 3 mm and 45 degree chamfer. So for that we need angle distance chamfer. So here you can enter 3 mm and 45 degree angle. Click OK. So one more chamfer we can see here, 0.8 mm and 45 degree angle. So we do again in the same way on this arc. So this times the distance will be 0.8 mm and angle is same. Click OK. Next, we will add the 4 equally spaced hole around this surface, and we know hole diameter is 10 mm. 4 holes equally spaced. Also, we can also read from here. For that, we sketch one horizontal and vertical center line like here, and one circle for construction. And the angle between this hole and this vertical center line is 45 mm given. So this will be 45 mm. So let's first draw the center line on this surface. So our center line should be like this. One more vertical center line is here, and we draw one circle with diameter 102 mm. That means 102 divided to 51 mm radius. Click OK, and we use this circle for construction. Click OK. Now we sketch one circle to create a hole like this, and the angle between this particular line and this center of this circle is 45 degree. So for that, let's sketch again one center line here, and the angle between these two center line is 45 mm. Click OK. Now let's create the cutoff section of the part where part of the material is removed. So for that we are using extrude cut tool to remove material up to the surface. So for that come out of the sketch using features tool and extrude cut tool. We remove this part to make a hole up to this surface. So here you can see, select up to surface, and up to this surface we want to make a hole here and click OK. So here we have one hole. So now we will use circular pattern to make another 3 hole on this surface. So for that click on here circular pattern, and we want, so in this direction 4 holes equally spaced. So 4 holes equally spacing. So click OK. So you can see using circular pattern we created our hole. So now we have to create again 4 holes. We can see one is here, second one is here, third one is here, and fourth one is here. So we will do the same method to create these 4 holes. So for that we need to know the planes. So we can also see our planes from here. So on the top plane, on the front plane, where we are going to make a sketch. So for that click on sketch, circle tool, and front plane. So the diameter of the hole is 9.5 given. So we have here 9.5 divided by 2. Click OK. And the distance between this and this point is 20 plus 11, 31 mm given. Now we use extrude cut feature through all to make a hole and click OK. Now we can hide again these planes like this. So again we are using circular pattern to create equally spacing hole with diameter 9.5 mm. So we need 4 holes here. You can enter 4 here. So the direction should be this one. Click OK. So here we can see only half hole is created. So to resolve it, we will flip the direction of this cut extrude boss like this and click OK. Now you can see our 4 holes equally spaced with diameter 9.5 is created. So and that's it. We have successfully modeled a centering bearing using SolidWorks 2023. Thanks for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more SolidWorks modeling guides. Feel free to drop any questions in comments below, and I will be happy to help. See you next time.